Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Medicine Buddha Monday. That's how it is in my calendar. All right. Welcome, welcome. As you're arriving, if you could pop into the chat if you're feeling comfortable, please introduce yourself. Where are you dialing in from? And how are you feeling today? Let's do a little check-in. Oh, my name is Yael. I am your facilitator today, and I am in Portland, Oregon. My pronouns are she, her. Um, what else? I love a grilled cheese on a rainy day like today in the Northwest. It is rainy and cloudy, and nothing brings me more comfort than melted cheese. Hello. If you're just arriving, welcome to Medicine Buddha. Hi. Um, Please feel free to introduce yourself in the chat. Tell us where you're from or where you're currently residing. And how are you doing today? Eric has also dropped the prayer requests document. So if you would like to spend a couple of minutes to put in your prayer requests. Yay, they are arriving. And listen, however you show up today is how you're showing up. That's valid. That is enough. We here don't need you to be any other type of way than how you are right now. And I'm really happy that you're here. I'm an artist, and I feel like in the end, each piece, each painting is only the 1% of the effort that went into, what's seen, right? But there was like 99% of this labor and emotion and feeling and ideating, concepting that went into it, but people are only seeing that what comes out in the end. And just so you know, the unseen effort that you are putting in to be here, to show up for your practice, absolutely matters. I commend you for that, because what you practice here not only will ultimately benefit yourself, but everyone who you come into contact with. And that's really beautiful. Like, it's this is you like fertilizing the soil of the way that you are in the world. Thank you for being here. Folks who are just arriving, hi, welcome. The link for the prayer request doc is in the chat. So please feel free to go on over there and put in your prayers. People are checking in. You also are welcome to check in as well. And very soon, we can get started. Let's give it a few minutes. It's looking like the doc is actively being worked on, which is great. I kind of love that when we're working in the doc, Google calls us like anonymous whale or anonymous, fish or whatever. It's like, yes, humans do have animal connections and spirits. So even in the digital tech world, We're all animals together. That's kind of cool. Ah, thank you. Thank you. Just reading over your check-ins in chat. Hmm. I'm seeing the full spectrum of emotions in here today. People are on edge. People are fine, frustrated and jaded, undoing, not doing, but undoing, anxious, but okay, doing well. Someone said, my mouth is happy from some spicy mayo. I love that for you. Sunshine, guilt, tired and introverted, and glad to be here. Okay, holding it all together. Love that. Happy to see everyone. Anxiety. Oh, first time folks. Yes. Welcome. Hello. This is awesome. So if you are just arriving, we're here to practice the medicine Buddha, chanting, meditation, um, togetherness in a digital space. It's powerful. Power doesn't just happen in an in-person gathering. Um, and now would also be a good time to check in with how physically you are feeling right now. What do you need today to make this practice go smoothly and comfortably for you and your body? Do you need to have some kind of beverage by you? Is the room temperature to your liking? Put on a layer, take off a layer. Just check in with yourself physically and see what you need right now, and take care of yourself. Extra pillow? Hmm? Can't give you one, but I can suggest it. All right. Let's check in on progress in the doc. Looks like people are still writing. All right, well, just to give you an idea of how today's going to go, um, I have a short little practice about love today for you. um, and is it because there is some type of like national or international commercialized Hallmark holiday happening tomorrow? Yes. Yes. And like, listen, I love a red velvet cupcake as much as, the next person. But I think we know that it's so much more than that and so much deeper than that. Ew. That's valid. I know it's not for everybody. Love and red velvet cupcakes, right? But maybe it is. Maybe love is for everybody because maybe you are someone who is inherently worthwhile and deserving of love. That's what I think. Feel free to disagree. Um, but yeah, so we'll do a little love practice, and then we are going to go into our Medicine Buddha mantra. And I promise to make the connection between love and Medicine Buddha clearer in a few minutes. We'll go into the prayer document to read out our prayers. And we have another mantra. And then at the end, we'll do the Shanti Dreva prayer, which we do 3 times. Okay. All right. So I think that everybody who will arrive has already arrived. Mm, And I know that just the general topic of love can be very fraught and weighted for a lot of us. Okay. And I would say probably for all of us. Um, I've never met anyone who has never experienced some form of heartbreak, some form of pain from a relationship. And I just want, listen, I am not trying to stress anybody out. I just want to welcome you to participate or not participate to the degree to which you are comfortable. Okay. Um, I have a couple of questions for our personal reflection or for the chat. And if it's too much, it's okay. The other thing that I want to remind you of is that while we're here, the past cannot hurt you. It is something that has already happened. And I would invite you to hold your past with space. I would invite you to hold your past with the kind of hold you would grip, say, a kitten or a baby duck or a puppy, if that puppy can keep still, you know? Um, Pretend that little vulnerable animal is your heart, your broken heart. So just inviting you to hold that vulnerable, broken heart with gentleness, protection. If you are feeling physically like you are able to get in touch with a breath, I'm going to start us on a few cycles of deep breaths in and out. And I would suggest 2 options here. So if you are able to breathe in deeply, breathe in until the lungs are full. And when you breathe out, try to release everything that's in the lungs as fully as you can. And if you can't do deep today, that's okay. Another option would be try to breathe slower than your usual natural pace on your inhale. Just slow it down. And on your exhale, slowly exhale. Whether you're exhaling through the nose or through the mouth is up to you and what's comfortable for you. Okay. So I want us to hold our broken hearts. And when we breathe in, we are going to breathe in space. We are going to breathe in gentleness and ease. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. And when you're ready, breathe out. Let's breathe out the tension. Breathe out the clinging. Let's breathe in space. Let's do 3 more on this. Let's breathe in space. And breathe out tension. Inhale space. Out the tension. Last one, inhale space. Tension out. Your broken heart deserves some space to breathe. Your broken heart deserves to be held gently and with care. Your broken heart is not the only broken heart in the universe. We're all connected. So I have a couple of questions that I would love for you to reflect on in regards to your broken heart that you are holding gently. And I want you to recall a time when your heart was broken, the actual incident or event. It doesn't have to be within the context of a romantic relationship, right? Those are not the only relationships that exist for us, whether it was with a family member, close friends, siblings, even in the workplace, maybe. So just gently bring to mind the time, if you can. And I want to give the option to anyone who would like to respond in the chat. Please feel free. You certainly don't have to, but thinking of this time when your heart was broken, what did you learn? What did you learn about yourself? Or what did you learn about that particular relationship? Or, you know, many times the learning doesn't happen in that exact moment, right? It happens in the weeks or the months or years after. What have you learned since then? Next question. How did you change because of what you learned? In what ways did that particular learning affect you? Did it change how you felt about yourself? Did it change how you relate to the people around you or the way that you think or how you live your life? And if you feel comfortable sharing in the chat, that is absolutely open to you. You don't have to. Hmm. Okay. Yes, Sharon. Yes. Hmm. So, one thing that I don't think we can ignore as people who are living in the world is the world itself and the way that it is set up as white supremacist, capitalist, um, exploitative hell in many ways, right? Lama Rod refers to Samsara as the carceral state, and that is where we're at. And that's a real and everyday source of heartbreak for so many people. And having to carry that every single day. Sharon shares, I'm still grieving. And yeah, how can you not? That's, yeah. Mm. Mm. There's pain, there's loss, illness, and death. Mm. And these are so much of a part of why we show up to practice and why we try to, I mean, maybe I shouldn't say we specifically, but what you're sharing in the chat is so much of why we try to do what we do. Or we could move out of this. Yeah, absolutely. I guess my last question is, was there any medicine in the learning that you learned from your heartbreak? Um, was there anything from what you experienced that eventually led to healing? And it's okay if not, right? Healing is not linear. Um, not yet. Yeah, real. I could use a few deep breaths, and maybe you can too. And today, when we get into our mantras and when we're invoking the medicine Buddha, um, I would ask that you ask medicine Buddha to hold you and to hold your broken heart. Let's do a few of these deep and or slow breaths. And then I think I'll be ready to move on into our first mantra. Thank you for sharing. Okay. Let's breathe in. And out. Breathe in. And out. In. And out. Okay. So I am going to start with our first mantra, Om Menla Sangye Kino Soha. And this is the invocation of the Medicine Buddha, the invitation for Medicine Buddha to come into the space. Medicine Buddha, I pray that you know and look upon me now. Om Menla Sangye Kino Soha. 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 mena sange kino soha. Om 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 mena sange kino soha. Check in with yourself. Is there anything you need? Any adjustments you need to make seat-wise to be more comfortable? Are you thirsty? So, what I would actually like to do is modeled after what Lama Rod does in his practice, where he will start the second mantra and then read the prayers and then return to that second mantra. Um, what I like about this approach is that it feels like the prayers are more incorporated or integrated in to that mantra. Um, so I will start that second mantra for a few rounds and then move to reading the doc. And I don't actually have a mala, so I am just going to do the mantras, not on any specific count, but until I sense that it is a good time to move to the dock. Okay, so that is what I'm going to be doing. And oh yes, so our second mantra is Teata Om Bekaze Bekaze Maha Bekaze Raza Samangata Shoha, which translates into like this, I pray for the end of pain and suffering and the root of pain and suffering. And I release the energy of this prayer out to all the worlds so that we may all be liberated. If you feel comfortable to chant along in your space, I invite you to do that. Okay. And I will start with an Om again before going into the mantra. Hum. Teata Om Bekaze Bekaze Maha Bekaze Raza Samangata Soha. Teata Om Bekaze Bekaze Maha Bekaze Raza Samangata Soha. Teata Om Bekaze Bekaze Maha Bekaze Raza Samangata Soha. Teata Om Bekaze Bekaze Maha Bekaze Raza Samangata Soha. Teata Om Bekaze Bekaze Maha Bekaze Raza Samangata Soha. Teata Om Bekaze Bekaze Maha Bekaze Raza Samangata Soha. Teata Om Bekaze Bekaze Maha Bekaze Raza Samangata Soha. Teata Om Bekaze Bekaze Maha Bekaze Raza Samangata Soha. Teata Om Bekaze Bekaze Maha Bekaze Raza Samangata Soha. Teata Om Bekaze Bekaze Maha Bekaze Raza Samangata Soha. Teata Om Bekaze Bekaze Maha Bekaze Raza Samangata Soha. Teata Om Bekaze Bekaze Maha Bekaze Raza Samangata Soha. Teata Om Bekaze Bekaze Maha Bekaze Raza Samangata Soha. Teata Om Bekaze Bekaze Mahabekaze Raza Samangata Soha Teata Hom Bekaze Bekaze Mahabekaze Raza Samangata Soha Deyata Hom Bekaze Bekaze Mahabekaze Raza Samangata Soha Teata Om Bekaze Bekaze Mahabekaze Raza Samangata Soha Teata Om Bekaze Bekaze Mahabekaze Raza Samangata Soha Deata Om Bekaze Bekaze Mahabekaze Raza Samangata Soha Deata Om Bekaze Bekaze Mahabekaze Raza Samangata Soha Teata Hom Bekaze Bekaze Mahabekaze Raza Samangata Soha Teata Hom Bekaze Bekaze Mahabekaze Raza Samangata Soha Teata Om Bekaze Bekaze Mahabekaze Raza Samangata Soha. Well, now turn my attention to the prayer document. Prayers for V, who is having challenges at work. Prayers for me, for healing in my body and spirit. Prayers for Anna, who just underwent surgery. Prayers that she is cancer-free. Prayers for all the weeds I have pulled and will pull at my job. Prayers to my father, who has just been admitted to the emergency room, possibly from Alzheimer's related complications. Prayers to my mother and myself for grace, gentleness, and love to guide us in this process as his caregivers. Prayers for all those navigating the space that connects grief and joy. For the ancestors, recent and not so recent, in clock linearized time. For the living who hold and express that grief and joy, their wildest dreams and nightmares. Prayers for LK, who is navigating the feeling that it never ends. May they know the gift of impermanence. Prayers of gratitude for all my beloveds and my spiritual benefactors. Prayers for my desired change of vocation and that it becomes clear what to do and how to do it, that I may be guided in this. Prayers for my sisters in all they need. Prayers of gratitude for my little family. Prayers that my dizziness and migraines might cease somehow, that I can find help after searching for so long. Prayers for my little brother. May he find the miracle he needs to wake up to connection and joy. Prayers for the 33,000 and plus families grieving their lost loved ones in Turkey and Syria. Prayers for Jacob's dad, who is soon transitioning out of being incarcerated, and prayers for his family. Prayers for the white-bodied students in the course I am teaching on abolition, especially as they name and sit with feelings of numbness, dissociation, and the wish for things to be other than they are. Prayers for Bumima, Lama Rod, and all involved with Bumisparsha, for Tibet and their people, for this in Syria and Turkey affected by the earthquakes, for Nina and Rishi's well-being, for all beings in all realms who are suffering, for abolition and liberation for all, and for myself to be able to accomplish work that I have been finding so difficult that it feels like it sucks the joy from me. I pray for fresh approaches and liberation of what doesn't serve me for the benefit of all beings. Prayers for Maeve as she navigates sobriety and feels disconnected from purpose. May she get what she needs and feel nourished. Prayers for so many people devastated by the earthquakes. Prayers for Bev as she mourns her brother's death. Prayers for Bob as he navigates the Bardo. Prayers for Putin and all those around him that they may find their own humanity and stop the madness. Prayers for all the lonely and heartbroken people, and prayers for everyone who loves. Prayers wishing peace, ease, and healing to my nephew, who will go through a surgery tomorrow. I pray for all who have lost friendships and don't know why. May we honor our living and dying selves with whatever grace is possible. Prayers for Minnie, who has passed away, and for her daughters and family as we grieve. Prayers for all healers. Prayers for all caregivers. I pray for myself and others who are testifying at the Tennessee State Legislature tomorrow in opposition of anti-trans healthcare bills. May our words and intentions be clear, and may we be protected. Prayers for Ari and their practice. May they cultivate bodhicitta. Prayers, excuse me, prayers for Tortuguita, their family, friends, and comrades, and all activists defending the Atlanta forest and those supporting them. Prayers for Jen Angel, her spirit to be peaceful, and the beings grieving her loss. And as we go into the second part of the second mantra, may you feel the release and the power of these prayers, and these intentions. Teata om bekase, bekase, maha bekase, rasa samangata soha. Teata om bekase, bekase, maha bekase, rasa samangata soha. Deata hom bekase, bekase, maha bekase, rasa samangata soha. Deata hom bekase, bekase, maha bekase, rasa samangata soha. Teata hom bekase, bekase, maha bekase, rasa samangata soha. Teata hom bekase, bekase, maha bekase, rasa samangata soha. Teata hom bekase, bekase, maha bekase, rasa samangata soha. Teata hom bekase, bekase, maha bekase, rasa samangata soha. Teata hom bekase, bekase, maha bekase, rasa samangata soha. Teata hom bekase, bekase, maha bekase, rasa samangata soha. Teata hom bekase, bekase, maha bekase, rasa samangata soha. Teata om bekase, bekase, maha bekase, rasa samangata soha. Teata hom bekase, bekase, maha bekase, rasa samangata soha. Teata hom bekase, Bekaze, Mahabekaze, Raza Samangata Soha, Deyata Om Bekaze, 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 Bekaze, Mahabekaze, Raza Samangata Soha. A broken heart is a lot to hold. It can be very heavy. It can feel sometimes like more than we can bear. When we practice and we know it is not just for us, it is for everyone who we come in contact with in our lives. Yes, it is so much to hold. But that force of love that you have is like space, infinite and boundless and without end. And if you can just remember, when you feel that acute and heavy broken heart, the love and the spaciousness is infinite. There's enough space to hold your broken heart. There's enough space to hold the broken hearts of all the people in your life. And before we move into our last prayer, the Shantideva prayer, once again, I just want to invite you to do a check on how you're feeling physically and pay attention to what your body needs right now. Shout out to Chronic Illness Club. Shout out to Disability Club. We always need to be checking, right? I'm going to mute myself while I take a drink. Okay. And let me just pull up this last prayer. And again, this is the one that we do 3 times. May I be a protector to those without protection, a leader for those who journey, and a boat, a bridge, a passage for those desiring the further shore. May the pain of every living creature be completely cleared away. May I be the doctor and the medicine, and may I be the nurse for all sick beings in the world until everyone is healed. Just like space and the great elements such as earth. May I always support the life of all the boundless creatures. And until they pass away from pain, may I also be the source of life for all the realms of varied beings that reach unto the ends of space. May I be a protector to those without protection, a leader for those who journey, and a boat, a bridge, a passage for those desiring the further shore. May the pain of every living creature be completely cleared away. May I be the doctor and the medicine, and may I be the nurse for all sick beings in the world until everyone is healed. Just like space and the great elements such as earth, may I always support the life of all the boundless creatures. And until they pass away from pain, may I also be the source of life for all the realms of varied beings that reach unto the ends of space. May I be a protector to those without protection, a leader for those who journey, and a boat, a bridge, a passage for those desiring the further shore. May the pain of every living creature be completely cleared away. May I be the doctor and the medicine, and may I be the nurse for all sick beings in the world until everyone is healed. Just like space and the great elements such as earth, may I always support the life of all the boundless creatures. And until they pass away from pain, may I also be the source of life for all the realms of varied beings that reach unto the ends of space. Thank you so much for your practice today. Thank you for your vulnerability and your bravery and sharing your broken heart and looking at your broken heart, which sometimes can be just, I don't even want to look at it. But I really appreciate your practice and your presence and everything that you gave of yourself to the space today. Thank you so, so much. And I hope you have a great week.